guys. Finally on squad. So guys, this is going to be your love reading for December. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to start with a general energy first, then we're going to do singles and couples. Thank you guys so much for your patience. You know, as I've been getting this out, just wants to be in a good place, especially doing my own sign. So let's see what's going on. All right, squad. So what is the general energy for the sign of Taurus, December 2017, when it comes to love? What is the general energy for the sign of Taurus? Okay. So the energy of this reading is the Lover's card. All right. So that's an awesome energy to get starting off, guys. So for a lot of you, there's going to be someone who's very important to you this month. Behind that, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse plus the Ace of Swords. So some of you are going to be moving away from somebody that you're very, very closely connected to, and it might be a little difficult, but there is a new start happening here. So, you know, that could happen in many ways. So let's get into this energy, and then we'll get into the readings to see how things, you know, play out. So in terms of the energy, the first card that we have is the Six of Cups. So this is a card where there could be someone from your past that's going to be coming in, or it could just be that good feeling that you have with someone. Think of it as that nostalgic feeling you get when you think about, you know, just going to summer camp while you were younger. You know, you were just free, you were swimming in the pool, lake, wherever you went, and it was just a very good feeling. We do have the Eight of Pentacles next, so there's something here that you guys are working hard on, and it could be just overcoming an end that was rough or a betrayal that you had to get through in the past. But I do see a new start happening for you guys, but someone may be upset about it. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. So for some of you, it could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra that you're dealing with. Or the energy of the King of Swords in the reverse is just someone who's extremely tyrannical, someone who is even abusive in a sense, but somebody who wants their self-gratification to be put before everything. So this is going to be somebody that if they didn't get their way, you know, they might throw a temper tantrum. Now let's see what's going to happen here. Let's start with singles. What is happening for Taurus singles in the month of December 2017? What is happening with Taurus singles? All right, guys. So the energy of this reading is the Four of Wands in the reverse. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, there could be this sense of instability that you guys are feeling, but at the same time, a place of transition that's happening for you. Now, especially for Taurian, sometimes change can be a little difficult. So if you guys are transitioning from one thing to the next, I can see how it could be something that bothers you guys. Now we have the Five of Swords, where again, you're feeling conflict with this change that's happening. And with the Ten of Pentacles, possibly a loss, okay? Or maybe somebody that you're dealing with is feeling a loss. Now, the first card that we have for the past is the Strength card. So with the Strength card, there's something that you're being strong about, that you're putting a lot of resiliency into. What's up, Sways? And we have the Tower card in the reverse. So with the Tower card in the reverse, it could have been something that happened with somebody else, but this is somebody who's close to you. This is something that affected you. And it's going to be one of two things. You know, it changed you either in a negative or a positive way, or this could just be you averting a crisis, honestly. Ooh. Okay. So we have the Three of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel that this is someone you guys are trying to be strong, you're trying to talk to, build, and, you know, a very methodical way. You weren't trying to push anybody, you weren't trying to do things too quickly. But it might not have gone to your favor. So it might have been something that left you to be, you know, disappointed. And with the World card here, it's just bringing an end to the situation. Okay, where you have to go into a new phase, you know, in your love life. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So either you guys are doing too much or not enough when it comes to this relationship, because there's definitely an imbalance with this ending here. And with the Four of Cups, you're choosing not to move forward. You're choosing not to accept any offers that may be coming in, or maybe you're extending an offer and trying to talk to someone, but they're not taking that offer from you. And with the Justice card, I really feel like it was a karmic situation. So even if it was something that didn't work out, I really feel that it was the best, with the Justice card in the upright. We have the Hermit card in the reverse. So this is something that you guys have put a lot of thought into. It's not something that you just said, fuck you, and you walked away. This is something where you tried, where you really put your mind to it, and you really invested energy in trying to get a desired outcome that you wanted. But, things probably didn't go your way, so you had to move forward from the situation. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles, there's a new start here that you guys could have wanted, or that was presented to you, but with the Fool card in the reverse, you didn't think it was worth the risk, okay? You didn't think it was something worth, stirring the pot for. And with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, behind that, this could be something that you just ultimately give up on, all right? So in the present moment, guys, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. So with this Hanged Man in the reverse, this is going to be a sense of you moving forward after a time of stagnation, a time of limbo. Your feet are dragging a little bit, but you're still moving forward. And with the Hierophant in the reverse, you just know that the situation was unconventional. It just wasn't going to work out for you. Okay, so it's something that you had to let go of. And we have the Moon card in the reverse. So it's good because you're in a place where you're finally understanding why things had to happen the way they did. You're finally healing just a little bit from the situation, and you're, just starting to move forward. Now, we do have the King of Cups in the reverse. So if this is your energy, a lot of you could just be getting out of this and saying, you know what, I don't want to commit to anybody right now. Let me go out. Let me have my fun. For some of you, if you're speaking to a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, make sure not to put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure you do a little background check and make sure that they're not, emotionally or physically committed to somebody else. And we have the Page of Wands. So you could be talking to someone in a passionate way, or they could be talking to you in that way. But I really feel like there's somebody here that's just talking, to more than one person. And here comes a Fool card in the reverse. Okay? So if it's you guys going out, you're talking to a lot of people, you don't see yourself really getting into anything right now. If you're talking to someone else and they're being that way, you guys see it for what it is. And you're telling yourself, you know what? No, I don't think this is a good idea. Now, we do have the Devil card in the reverse, where you guys, avoid what could be a very toxic situation. All right, and we have the Sun card. So with the Sun card, there's probably a lot of things that came to light about this person. Anything that was kept in the dark is coming out. And with the Emperor in the reverse, you see the person for who they are and what they're doing. This is somebody who's wearing a mask. This is someone who's being fake. This is someone who's going to use the power and authority that they feel that they have over you in order to get one up on you, okay? But you guys see it exactly for what it is. Now, moving forward, the first card we have is the King of Pentacles in the reverse, which is, the Taurus energy. With this card, I just don't see you guys emotionally throwing yourself at anybody, because I don't see you guys being ready to give yourself emotionally to somebody. This is a card about boredom. This is a card about, somebody who kind of wants to have their cake and eat it too, sort of thing, where you may be talking to somebody, but deep down that you may not feel the way that they feel for you, okay? And we have the Two of Cups. So, yeah, there's definitely a connection here that you guys are having. And not saying that it necessarily has to be malicious on the Taurus part. It could just be you guys, healing from getting out of the situation from the past. And now you're presented with somebody new, but you're not ready to give it your all the way that you were, in the past with other people. All right, and we have the King of Swords in the reverse. So that could be a huge thing. The King of Swords in the reverse keep popping out. So regardless of whether you guys are dealing with an air sign or not, it's the same character. So if you had someone in the past, you let them go. You're trying to move on, even though you might be emotionally invested in this guy who's being, a little problematic. You're dealing with somebody new, and it's just you're deciding you just don't want to, there's a sense of you knowing that you can't go back to the past, knowing it doesn't work for you, but knowing that you don't feel for the new person what you felt for this person in the past. For others of you, it could be you talking to the same person from the past. But at this point, it's like, you know what? I see a connection between us. Sure, we had a good time, but I'm just not feeling it anymore. Okay, so it's going to be one of those situations. Okay, So we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, where if you guys are trying to build with someone, you reach a point where you're just not seeing eye to eye with this person anymore. Somebody here is not feeling appreciated. And with the Two of Pentacles, it could be you or the other person juggling, between two people. It could be you juggling, do I stay, do I go? Is this someone I want to talk to or not? Just trying to find balance in your life. And we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So it's a constant theme here, guys, that there's somebody here that's just, I feel like there's somebody here that is not ready to commit, okay? So, definitely something to keep in mind. Don't let yourself fall too quickly into something, okay? And what I always say, especially when getting into something new with someone, I usually wait to see the person extremely upset. That's not something that you guys have to do, but I think it's, a pretty good model to live by, because people can present themselves in such a beautiful way, okay? They can present themselves as gold, and you don't realize that your neck is going to turn green if you wear it, okay? So this is going to be that situation where you really want to make sure that you know who you're dealing with before getting into anything, because there's just people here that I feel, again, aren't ready to commit. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse as the last card. So with this card here, there's someone who's just being very selfish, someone who is expecting a lot, but they're not giving a lot, okay? And we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, where you guys may just feel a loss when it comes to love. This is the most important part, okay? The High Priestess. It's better to feel a loss over something that you know is not going to work out than to turn a blind eye and get hurt down the road, okay? So I feel like you guys are just extremely aware of your surroundings. You're extremely aware of who's being real with you, who's not. And like I always say, when our gut is telling us something, you don't have to wait for a confirmation. You don't have to wait for, a text message from a third party to come in. You don't have to wait to, follow this person and actually physically see them, cheating. If you feel uneasy around the person, that's it. There's nothing else to talk about. It's just something that's not going to work, because whether you're together or not, if your soul is not at ease with this person, how far can you actually go? All right? And with the Four of Swords in the reverse, you guys, you choose to move forward from the situation. Maybe a lot of you are just taking a break, chilling, talking to different people, but I just don't see anything that could be too strongly sustainable here, okay? All right, so let's see what is going on with Taurus couples. What is going on with Taurus couples? December 2017. What is happening for love with Taurus couples? All right, guys. So the energy of this reading is the Nine of Swords. Now, with the Nine of Swords, this is a card that is very mental. Okay, this is where you guys could be feeling anxious, just losing sleep at night. A lot of things that are in your thoughts and just constantly running through your brain. But again, realize that it's a mental card. So more than half the time, you're worried about scenarios that you're creating in your mind that don't even fully exist. Okay, so be aware of that. Now, the first card that you guys have for the past is the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, it could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you guys were dealing with, or just somebody who's very loving, very amorous, and, willing to show that to you. Now we have the the Chariot in the reverse, which is representative of the number 7. But with the Chariot in the reverse, there's things that are transpiring very quickly within you and your relationship, or with you and somebody else before the relationship that you're currently in. And it's like you feel that things are moving fast. You feel that they're very chaotic and that you have absolutely no, power over what's happening. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So anytime I see the Chariot in the reverse with the Wheel of Fortune, I see it as something that is very good for you, or kind of like that whirlwind romance where we kind of want to control ourselves and we want to be restricted towards somebody, but it's like we can't help it. We just fall into it. It's just something that feels really good. So I feel like that's what it is for a lot of you, okay? And there, for some of you, maybe there could have been drama here with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Okay, maybe they see you going towards a water sign and they don't like it. And with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys are kind of in a place where you're fed up. Okay, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, that is a Taurus energy, but that's someone who has put so much time and investment into something, and because it didn't turn out the way that they wanted, or the way that they want, the way that they were hoping for, just in general, they act a little bit immature. They act a bit stubborn. Okay. Now the next card that you guys have is the Emperor. So with the Emperor, some of you could have possibly been dealing with the Virgo, but others of you are just at the point where you're looking at the situation realistically and you're deciding whether or not this is going to be something you want to do. And you're thinking from a very wise perspective because you know what's good for you, you know what's not good for you, and you're really going to use your intuition and make the best choice for you. We have the Empress in the reverse, which could be, you guys holding off this new start, just trying to really slow it down. Or this could be you guys just choosing not to get into it at all. But this is something that really changed you. With the Tower card, this is going to be an immense change, a big thing that happens in our life. It could be for the good, it could be for the bad. For some of you, there's something that you're dissatisfied, but at the same time, you're extremely happy going into this. So it could have been that gray area transitioning from maybe an older relationship to this, or just going from a place where you were just really in your head. It could have been the sense of insecurity, you putting yourself down, and now you're going into something new and you're guarded, and it's like you're questioning yourself, like, does this person truly love me, or does this person really have the best intention for me? We have the Four of Cups in the reverse, but there's an offer that's accepted here. And with the Judgment card, it looks like the right thing, okay? So you guys either accepted something or you made an offer that was accepted. But we do have the Ten of Swords here, okay? So it's a lot of, back and forth energy. That's why I'm going to feel like there's more than one person who could be involved here. Because you guys take an offer that you think is good, but somebody here is feeling betrayed by the offer that you accepted, okay? And we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is something that makes you guys feel more balanced, okay? But someone here that's involved with you or in the picture somehow is really not feeling good about you guys moving forward. And with the Five of Cups, there's a loss that is being felt here. Right? And it's due to, unexpected information that came up. Okay, and we have the Hanged Man, where unexpected information came out. You guys are in a sense of limbo, and you're really just feeling lost. So it's that place of stagnation where you may be realizing that something that you've put a lot of time and effort into may have been a waste of time. And we have the Eight of Swords. So not only do you feel like you wasted effort, that you put into something, but you're stuck. And again, the Eight of Swords is a very mental card. This month I feel like the Taurian is really in their head about a lot of things. Okay? Because it's like, this guy, he has the ability to move forward, to get away from these swords, but he's just stuck. Okay? He's thinking the worst. He's his own worst enemy at this point. And with the Magician in the reverse, there could be some manipulation here, but, half of you could be blind to it, okay? Or maybe half of you are the ones who are manipulating a situation, okay? But there's a sense of guardedness, because of secrets. And we have the Death card here as well, so I feel like there's a situation that just may be ending, and, you guys really just feel stuck. The next card is the Hierophant in the present moment. So with the Hierophant, whether this was something that you let go of, or something new that you're getting into, it was for the best reason. It's something that's going to allow you to still stay on your divine path, to still follow your purpose through with life. We do have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, so there could be the sense of dissatisfaction, and you guys, not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, you just knew that it was something that you had to drop, and you knew that it was the right thing to do, okay? And when the Hierophant shows up, if this was a person that you had to drop, or a situation that you just had to get away from, it's for the best, okay? So you might not see that right away, but in time you'll understand why this thing didn't work out, all right? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like literally the second you drop this, you're able to feel better things coming into your life. You feel more abundant. You feel more love. You may even make more money because, let's face it, when you have someone who's toxic, it's going to affect every part of your life, your finances, your love life, your family life, your friendships. And it spreads everywhere, okay? So you tend to gain a lot when you get rid of a toxic person, all right? And that's what we're dealing with here. The first card for the future is the Devil, Okay, somebody who's very toxic, who's around you, and secrets that are being held on to. So this could be on the Taurus end, it could be on the end of the person that you're talking to. Okay, but we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So again, this card keeps coming up. So I feel like there's something that you guys have been putting a lot of effort into. And at this point, it's like, shit, I'm just not going to get what I want from this situation. And with the Justice card in the reverse and the Lovers card in the reverse, you may have to let this, again, it's just a continuation of you having to let this thing go. Possibly because of cheating, possibly because of something that happened that you're just like, you know what, dude, that was foul. Like, you shouldn't have done that. All right? But there's a lot of illusions around the situation, or it could be the fact that you guys have a lot of options as to where you can go once you let this thing go. But for a majority of you, I feel like this is going to be a veil or a fog that you have over your eyes while trying to come to the best, solution for your issues. And we have the Seven of Swords. So again, there's illusions here. There's someone being dishonest, somebody creeping around. And with the Three of Swords in the reverse, this could be someone that you're not fully over. Or this could be a sense of you trying to forgive somebody, but they may not even deserve your forgiveness at this point. Okay? And with the Death card, it's something that you end, but you're overly emotional about it here with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. The last card we have is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So you're frustrated. You're standing your ground, but you may be standing your ground with the fact that you just don't want to do this anymore. All right? Four of Pentacles, you guys become guarded. And with the Eight of Wands, you have no problem communicating this to the person. Like, we've been through a lot. I just don't think it's going to work. And with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, again, there could be a lot of emotion going all over the place. And we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, where there may be somebody from the past, coming back in. But with the High Priestess in the reverse, this is someone that just throws you off. This is someone that has been, either you have been able to manipulate them or they've been able to manipulate you. But it's just, you know that you can't fully let your guard down around this person. And again, that's not love, okay? You should be in a place where you can completely let your guard down and, know that nothing's going to go missing. Know that there's not going to be cheating. If you constantly have to be on a person, that's too much. Your job is not to raise a person. That was their parents' job, okay? All right, guys. So thank you guys so much, for your patience as I get this out. Just getting back to myself, and I didn't, you guys are definitely going to understand this because of, just being Tauruses. But when a Taurus is in the low vibration, it can get ugly, and I didn't want my horns to come out. So I had to take a day or two just to chill, just to rest, but everything's good. But keep in mind, guys, that I am going to have a lot of goodies coming for you towards the end of the month, so stay tuned for that. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for your patience, and if you guys need a personal reading, I will put everything in the description. I love you, squad. Take care.